Sorry, I look like I've been crying because I went down the wrong hole. Oh gosh, my baby spat upon me. I also wanted to add that with my IVF journey, the procedures that I had to go through besides like blood tests, ultrasounds, things like that, I had to do a hysteroscopy to confirm that I didn't have like polyps or any fibers in there, which was recommended by my first IVF doctor, and my OB excuse me, did that. And then with both IVF doctors, for the first transfer cycle that I did, and then when I switched doctors, I had to do a sonohysteogram. And the very first one, with my first doctor, it was horrible. It was so painful. I was not prepared for it. They was like, oh, it's just gonna hurt a little bit. And I had read people's reviews, and some people talked about passing out during them, that the pain was so intense, and my clinic was like, oh, you'll be fine. Afterwards, to just go about normal day activities. No, you feel not well, feel good after, which was the same for my retrieval process. Because they got so many eggs, I was at a higher risk for, I think it was called HSA, I think, don't quote me on it, I can't remember exactly. Didn't feel well after that. Literally was told I had to go home, had to be watched by my husband for 24 hours, and then the next day also stay in bed. I went and watched my niece's singing recital, but besides that, the transfer though, the transfers were fine. With my second transfer, with the second transfer, the IVF doctor told me to be on bed rest because of what happened with the first, and we weren't sure of like why that miscarriage occurred. But to expect to have another hematoma, and I had one with my son's pregnancy too, and so they were like, more than likely you're gonna have one every time, which I don't know about the second transfer, but I did end up having one with the third transfer, which ended in a successful pregnancy. But it was small and it was okay the whole time. And we didn't have any issues from it. So I had the first sonohysteogram was with a dye. It was terrible, painful, literally one of the worst things like I have went through. The way I described it when my sisters would ask me was, it felt like someone lit a blowtorch inside you. I don't care if that's being dramatic, that's what it felt like to me. So when they did it, I was just like, ooh, that hurts a lot. But that was it. That was all I said. I just kind of felt it on the inside. When I had to have the second one, I let my second IVF doctor know, like, that was a horrible experience. I really don't want to have to do that again. It was so painful. And he told me that he does it a little bit differently, but that he wouldn't be comfortable not doing it because he needs to do a practice transfer basically, which that made me feel better because that wasn't something that was done before. And it just, the overall experience, like I said, felt better with the second IVF doctor. But he also didn't use the dye, and he had prescribed me diazepam before the appointment, so that it wouldn't be as awful for me. And I remember when he did it, the nurse had like turned the screen around and she was like, there's the fluid. And I was like, okay, what's like, when is he going to start the sonohysteogram? Because I wanted to prepare myself. And she was like, oh, that's it. He's already doing it. And I felt nothing. I was so thankful. Like, literally the experience with our second clinic, which is a clinic in Iowa, and the doctor we used was Dr. Place, was amazing. And I'm forever grateful for them because we got our second baby out of it, and it was just a much better and what felt like safer experience than the first. But yeah, the procedures that I had to do were 2 sonohysteograms and a hysteroscopy, and then we had to add in the blood thinner injections once the pregnancy was confirmed after the third transfer.